Your opponent controls Val, who has both a bounty and a when defeated triggered ability, and decides to play Geonosis Patrol Fighter, defeating Val in order to reduce its cost using Exploit. Can your opponent give the experience tokens from Val's when defeated ability to the Patrol Fighter? Can you deal damage to the fighter by collecting Val's bounty? If so, which one happens first? I'm Chris, and today we are going to shed some light on this rather tricky scenario. First of all, let's take a quick look at the steps that the action of playing a card consists of. Declare intent, check restrictions, determine costs, pay costs, and put the card into play. Now, defeating a unit as part of using the exploit keyword takes place at the pay costs step of playing the card. This means that any when defeated abilities will trigger at that very moment. Keep in mind though that in Star Wars Unlimited, triggering an ability takes place the exact moment that the triggering condition occurs, but that doesn't mean that it resolves right away. In fact, according to Rule 768, if an ability triggers during or as a result of a non-attack action, resolve that ability at the next available opportunity after that action is fully completed. If an ability triggers during an attack, resolve that ability at the appropriate timing point within that attack. Resolving a triggered ability never interrupts an action or ability that is currently resolving. Since playing a card is a non-attack action, all 5 steps that I previously mentioned have to be fully completed before resolving any abilities that were triggered in the process. This means that Patrol Fighter will be in play once Val's when defeated ability gets to resolve and can be the target of it. But what about the bounty on her? If we refer to Rule 7513A on bounties, we'll see that a bounty is a keyword whose effect is the same as a triggered ability. When defeated / when captured, resolve the following ability, except that the triggered ability is considered controlled by an opponent. According to this, the ability of bounty and the when defeated ability on Val get to resolve at the same time. So, which one happens first? Well, that's up to your opponent to decide, since if both players must resolve triggered abilities on cards they control at the same time, the active player chooses one player at a time to resolve abilities. When chosen, that player resolves all abilities triggered on cards they control in the order of their choice, and once they finish, the other player does the same on cards they control. One last thing to note here is that even if for some reason your opponent decides to let you deal damage before giving the experience tokens to the fighter, its when played ability will still resolve even though it's no longer in play. As you can probably tell by now, I love talking about tricky scenarios, so feel free to ask any questions around Star Wars Unlimited rules in the comments. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.